Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another exciting and evening and amazing, spectacular Propagandacast from your host and Pearl Dane, the one, the only master propaganda hero site defender of the fatherland, off you to a 2v2 on Eindhoven Country, and all that is Ashablois and PFC fighting here for the Red Army, the Soviet Union. Taking on the role here of the 2nd Guards Mechanized Corps with Partisans, Scout Motor, Mechanized Support, Shark Rifle, Urban Defense, and Armored Assault Tactics. Versus the south, that is Duffman and Redforce fighting for the German Army, Deutschland. Here with the 1st Panzerdivision with Fortified Armor, Festung Armor, Storm Doctrine, Luftwaffe Ground Forces Doctrine, Elite Armored and Special Operations with a mix of infantry, mines and other stuff here for both sides. We got a double concept there for PFC, double engineers, Special Rifle Command to Pinch for Ashablois, Grenadier MD42 for Duffman, and full screen Kuban start here for Redforce. And as always, a big hearty thanks to my paid supporters and Arrows of Fate, who has decided to take up the mantle of Company of Heroes member there and join my ranks there. So big thanks to Arrows of Fate. Other people can join his example and support the work by pledging on Patreon, or they can donate via PayPal. Links in the description. You know, as comment, like, share, subscribe, press the bell button, all that stuff. So, first shots here from the West Indies versus the Sturmpioniere, backing off there, not wishing to push further in there. In the East, steady advance here from Duffman and Deutschland. Sturmpioniere sneak about, Kuban looking further westwards here, back here, ground the point here with the Volksgrenadier. So far, a rapid and fairly aggressive, steady advance here from him. We can see there the Red Force moving towards the centre, which is theoretically able to assist, for example, Duffman here in the east, or, you know, swing around here. Ashablois are still steadily pushing ahead here. We got the scout coupling up for Ashablois, ready for some disruptive play versus the Germans with that. In particular, versus the Oberkommandist, an early scout car can be quite the challenge to deal with. Another MD-42 here for Duffman, so Grenadier double MD-42s here. Falling back, he looks like he's going to try and play defensively. Actually switching from aggressive to defensive rapidly in the centre. Volksgrenadier Sturmpioniere and sailing here. PFC's positions as conscripts forced back. And quickly dispatching more troops to try and plug up this fascist attack in the centre by the Gold Scout Doctrine here. This mechanized support with anti-tank and ambush tactics. Guards Rifle Infantry, Marked Vehicle, L2 Sturm Strafe runs in the ISU-152. T-35s, Rain Intercept, Vehicle Crew Repair Training, Sturmwing Attacks, and Heavy Tanks. So yeah, better going on there, both with some emphasis on heavier arm in the late game. Sturmpioniere forces clashing around the centre here, the conscripts there trying to pluck it up. Ashablois realised what's going there, pushing towards the centre to assist their teammate. We also got here Duffman to assist his teammate in return. Good work, there we go. Scout car is having a problem. Gandhi is trying to move in there to intercept with the Pantherfast, but already here Ashablois is holding it out of there in time to avoid that. Good response there by Ashablois. Thumbs up. In the east, a bit of large skirmishing here between the Pioneer and the Engineers. Machine remains defending here. And Folks is pushing up here, going for the other card point. More Grenadiers there for Duffman. Double Grenadier, doubling for 2 build. Scout car engaging violently. Machine repositioning here for Duffman. And no take yet there. Truck on the way there for Redforce. Double penal troopers here for Ashablois. Could even possibly see a sniper or just more penal troopers. Troops being pushed back there as the carve point is proved to be unsustainable to hold here for Redforce and Deutschland. Even Duffman's Grenadiers are sent packing, and the Soviets look to claim victory over the centre at least briefly. Machine gun folks running up here, truck out. Likely to be a battle of headquarters, but Redforce could of course surprise us with a mechanized regiment. Pioneers falling back here, and yeah, it is the battle of headquarters here for Redforce. As for Duffman, we are in fact seeing the tech now, so good. No doctrine yet for the Germans. Grenadiers hunting about here, going for the carve point there. No forces meet ready to ambush. We got the machine over here. We got S-Mines to cover the flank here. Thumbs up to Duffman. S-Mines is always a good idea. And there you go. Country held up here during a frontal assault, but we'll need to dispatch forces to retake the carve point. Otherwise, the rest will be a bit for naught. We can see the machine being dispatched here. PFC, they're likely expecting that. Not going to make another push for the fuel point there. So good play by PFC. Sensing out there what Duffman is doing, he takes the right countermeasures. So thumbs up there. Before it comes to the double units for PFC, Ashablois still with no additional troops there as of yet. Machine repositioning once more as PFC keeps up the pressure here versus Duffman. There we go. Redforce also being to assist with the Germans remaining on the defensive right now versus the Allies. The Soviets just keep charging ahead here. The Germans have definitely found some bit of top spot. Sandbags on the fuel point there. Thumbs up to PFC, further looking to exploit whatever advantage he has. Duffman will need to strike back hard here and reclaim it swiftly. In the west, some folks has been set up on their own. Ashablois looks like, yeah, they're going to try and swing around here and hit the retreat path. on them, making much harder to get out there safely, increasing the chances of a wipe. So thumbs up to Ashablois, definitely punching Redforce here for a rather risky extension. There you go, 3 men left, and again, chance of the Pumas of getting wiped in there is certainly not insignificant. And you see how the Redforce continue to attack back up. Duffman, they need that fuel point back, and they need to do it swiftly. Like to make a nice company at Battlefield Headquarters, getting the medics done already and going to the next thing, which will be likely a flak half track here to put pressure on the Soviets. Still, Germans find themselves in a pretty awkward spot here. Going to need something north at machine gun eastern fuel point once more. Duffman again, the Sturmpionier. Going for an armoured car here, the 222. Got a third Grenadier squad out there. No doctrine yet for the Germans. PFC with the support and company. Fixing up the M3A1. Fun fact, but they could apparently mount an extra machine gun in the side here, so to bring more firepower to advancing with the scout car. Little fun side note there. Volkswagen moving forwards here. East side forward up, and in the far east we've got Grenadiers being pushed back the counter engineers. 2-2 up, bunker up there for Duffman. Pioneers machine guns moving about. Counter those MD-42. Good attack tank in front, but in this case though, Duffman is just narrowly able to put a stop to this for the armoured car ramming as well. On the west side, Redforce trying to make another push here. Can't get routed. Flak half track is perhaps not happening without assault rifles up, at least for Redforce. Though still no doctrine here from either German player. Slowly extending into towards eastern victory point. We got 476 versus 387. The surge so far leading quite strongly there. U4 took on his team with the counter, they're pushing them back slowly on the west side. The assault is all running to issues. Kuwang hit a mine, and the rest of Redforce's forces are well backing off. Got the first German doctrine. It is elite armor here for Redforce, going for the 2-2-1, possibly to counter the sniper, of course, just to put pressure in. Would like to assault and a Sturmtiger down the road. As for Duffman, he now remains the only player without a doctrine. Big push here by the Ashablois and PFC to all the fuel point their machine guns. Unknown need to be seen. Great push here by the Allies. That said, theoretically could try and sort of sneak around here when the machines themselves start. But until then, they're under a lot of pressure. And there go Grenadiers being overwhelmed and forced retreating in the face of this Allied swarm assault machine. Also retreating. Complete collapse here of the entire eastern push here. Redforce is moving forces here to try and assist, but the damage is done, and crucially, of course, they're already back in behind the sandbag position, which, interesting enough, Duffman didn't actually wire off, or at least they done some S-mines to make it a bit hard to get into. Scout car there with guardsmen in it. Ashablois rapidly moving in, troops there to further make it difficult for the Germans to get back fuel, and of course, ensures the Soviets here continue to have an additional fuel lead. PFC here with attack, possibly got T7 in the way, they can't push back, they're good rifling for once, doing some significant damage here to the Allies. 2-2-1 around here to the scene as well, giving the Germans now actually to a total of, well, 2 armoured cars. Each one player. But the T7 is going to be a huge problem here for the Germans. They do have Pack 40 out for Duffman. Redforce, of course, may soon go for a Kedner for something else. Still will be a bit tricky, particularly on this map. T70 out there, light tank, used as sort of reconnaissance infantry support tank, would later be replaced, amongst other things, by the Valentine tank, as the Soviets are actually really impressed with that one. So that one would effectively, in a lot of units, replace the T70. Got the eastern fuel point again. Pioneer setting up. Pack 40 is relatively close to the front line here. And so the T70 will be a significant pain in the ass for the Germans. And the Soviets just continue to have great macro here. The Germans really need something more drastic and aggressive here. Oh, we got a doctrine for Duffman. It is Storm Doctrine with ambush training, smoke bombs, Jaeger command squad, howitzers, and the Stuka bombing strike. Well, obviously how that works out. The Jaeger command squad could give Duffman here a bit of extra push in terms of infantry firepower, but that said, map control remains less than stellar. Second anti-tank went up this, of course, for Redforce. Truck on the way there for Redforce as well. That'll be the Schwere Panzer quarters. Duffman here can call in the Jaeger command squad. There we go. Gives him a 5-man squad there with 3 G33s and a bunch of other handy-dandy abilities. Hiding around the corner here with the Panther Fast. Nice over there, Redforce, thumbs up, but it's then forced nearby. They can exploit this fully. We do have the Scout Cub, which could go down to the Guardsman. It's out the Scout car itself. There we go. Ooh, pop smoke and narrowly avoids destruction of the guardsman. And the M301 has been knocked. Oh, it does go down. That was definitely nicely done there by Ashablois, punishing there to Redforce. The guardsman could go down as well, in fact, just tearing into it with all the assault rifle looking to block the path. The Redforce had enough of this socialist shenanigans. There goes Satchel charge in the midst of the advantage, forced to move further ahead there to avoid destruction. There go confined retreat here, T-Sling flying into them. A brutal, punishing push here for Redforce. They did get the guard squad though, so, you know, could have been worse. That was definitely some pretty painful stuff. The Germans are slowly getting pushed back to the Soviets. Ashablois over here is floating a lot of resources. I think they might be trying to stroll straight ahead for the ISU, which I think is going to be a bit risky. They want to at least consider one T-34, but we shall see. Armored car that keeps running at the Soviets. Back here, bunker up there for Duffman. Schwer Panther Corps going up here for Redforce. So to keep moving up there, and I think we got mine. Oh, but why actually? But also mines here. Thumbs up to Ashablois. Germans definitely continue to remain defensive against the Allies. Just keep pummeling away there. Honey's pushing ahead here. Tech almost done there. At least the structure is. Schwer Panther Corps getting all for us well here for Redforce. And the center Fultz is moving about here for Redforce. Unclear where to go. And Duffman's definitely also in a slightly awkward position. There you go. Ashablois pushing straight here for the Mechanized Armor Company. Could push for a T-34 from 6 then. I think that'd be a fairly efficient choice here as the Germans. Redforce wants to look to swing westwards. Good hit by the cannon effort on the T-70. Fultz swing 40 as well. Could consider some orbitals on. He said going for another cannon effort. Another option addition would be some artillery, a light infantry gun. They would be great for him. And of course, Duffman could benefit from a mortar. Branhan got off whiffed a bit there. In the east there, finally looks like a push back against PFC. And we got more guardsmen to replace one lost here for Ashablois. More DP light machine guns. Mechanized Armor Company are right about done. A lot of action. Also, this has been completely wired off there. More or less, the enemy can't use it. And a Katyusha for Ashablois. Not a T-34, but instead rocket artillery. And certainly, artillery is a great idea here. Turks reinforcing Healer came out there for Redforce. Duffman has taken up Sapoma coin to a, Panther 402. Could do a lot of good here for the Germans if they can sort of get off a good attack here. Pioneer's been caught sweeping mines, but good work that Redforce is checking for mines. Thumbs up there. But the Germans really need to make some more aggressive pushes here with the Soviets. They need to actually try and force them back a bit more aggressively. And they also need to get their hands on more than one victory point, because at the current rate they are going to get bled out entirely. Also, if he's going to place machine guns this defensively with Storm Docked, he really should consider some ambush tactics or ambush camouflage on them as well. Peninsula flank about the Fultz get attacked here from both sides. Sniper hanging up. Then we got an infrared half track for Redforce. Okay. That's a bit of a surprising one there. Fuel cache out for Duffman. Realise, of course, they need something to do about this fuel here. Need to gain some sort of leverage. So going for fuel cache is, I think, a very solid play there by Duffman. Thumbs up to that. That said, they're going to need a lot more than just the fuel cache to sort of, turn this around. But there you go. Infrared half track out here for Redforce. Certainly surprised at that one. It also has the ability to call in reconnaissance runs, amongst other things. Rocking it against the field gun. There you go, set up. Here's for the conscripts. Finally got the center here secured for Deutschland. That's a small winner for the Germans. Duffman, they'll really get the Sapoma Cup. He needs Panther Force, and Redforce needs them as well. Of course, Redforce at this point maybe tempted to go for the Sturmtiger. That might be an idea. Teaching field gun here, holding up the Germans, going for the Eastern Victory Point again with the pack here. Sort of highlighting the desperation of the Germans. They need to grab points fast here. They can't really afford to sit about for much longer. Just hope the Soviets to make a mistake here, because the Soviets so far are handling this fairly well. Maxim out there, by the way, for PFC. Nothing further in terms of army here for PFC. No Mechanized Armor Company for him yet. And Ashablois is committing to a second Katyusha rocket launcher. I mean, this definitely, I think, sets up the possibility of a good Panther full push from the German collectors when they game in their favour, and particularly cap the Katyushas with that. Even the armoured car, the 2-2 could do it. But that does require still, they need to push from instead. Duffman here is going for tier 4. At this critical juncture, I would definitely not recommend tier 4. I mean, they're already on the back foot. They're already struggling with resources. They're bleeding out victory points. Going for tier 4 here feels like a misadvised idea there for Duffman. Like, it's not going to help them very much. They need more pressure now rather than, well, not a lot more pressure if any later. I definitely feel like this is a curious decision by Duffman. I don't think it's going to do him a lot of good. But of course, I can always be proven wrong here. But I think when they're already so much on the back foot, they're under so much pressure from the Soviets, more immediate armor, I think, is a necessity rather than, you know, some armor later down the road. It additionally makes, you know, Redforce's plan to then take hold up for the Sturmtiger a bit more risky as well, since that's going to then to do a lot more heavy lifting on its own. So, not a huge fan of this one, not a huge fan, definitely not what I recommend. But there you go, Katyusha Battle Strength done these. They do get a sprint here from Duffman, getting out of, well, mostly out of it, though. Reinhardt and Rudolf is less lucky. In the south, they actually push forwards there. Very good, thumbs up there. Keeping that other Katyusha rocket launcher ready in reserve. Hoping that the enemy is not ready for that. Not bad. We got some false scatterings of forces here being sent westward to deal with the Redforce western push. Thumbs up to that. He's clearing up more mines. So very good as well, though. Heavy pan squad there for Duffman. Redforce very close to the Sturmtiger. He's almost there in terms of both command points, manpower, and fuel. So he's very close to that. Push up here the center, catching here Ashablois slightly off guard. Very nice, but then again, there's been so many mines laid down by Ashablois, while again they've been doing nothing there. These T armor covering pursuit team machine gun can't deal with that T7. There's no anti-tank guns either, and of course, crucially, no tanks either, no mines either for that matter. There's so many things that aren't there. In the center, folks, grab the point. The west side, grab the point here. Oh, moved accidentally off the point, or perhaps there's a mine they moved after. But definitely a bit of a spy situation with the Germans in the center. Push back here. PFC, I suspect, might at this point be stalling for the eyes to have a tank here as the Germans. And we got Duffman with a Sturmpanzer here, but Redforce is then going for the Panzer IV. Ha. Huh. Okay. I mean, that's an option. But I was kind of expecting Redforce to go for the Sturmtiger and then Duffman to go for the Panther, but I mean, the Sturmpanzer is, you know, technically a bit better in some ways, and certainly better than, you know, him going for a Panther, which of course then forces Redforce I'd like go for a Panther again. But then Katyusha hammering for Folks, almost wiping out the entire squad, and there go, gone, the last man, frantically trying to get away, shattered and torn apart there by the rockets. Sturmpanzer almost done it for Duffman. Also got some telemines down from him now, that's very good here. Thumbs up. And Redforce's Panther IV model has arrived. In fact, they arrived more or less at the same time. Also, they were based off the same chassis that it was the Panzer IV. It's a little fun side fact. They went a Sturmpanzer IV out, equipped with a 150mm gun. These two, we got the T7 going for the Grenadiers. Picks up the armoured car. Panther at the centre. Adding the Panzer Commandant. Got the machine moving up again. The command got pushed off the pump for the grab it. Sturmpanzer rolling ahead here slowly but steadily. Machine banging up. We got the armour coming to assist. Pack force going to be necessary there as well. In the west, another push was from Victor. Once again, got the Panther moving up. All being met here with enemy anti-tank on fire is being pushed back. We got 2 field guns ready, and without any artillery, that's going to be tough there for them to deal with. Machine there popping and single appearance. Excellent, but there you go. High explosive rounds being unleashed on it in return. And the T7 moving there, forcing the machine to retreat before it can unleash its payload fully. Ooh, nice hit there from the Sturmpanzer. 2 kills to start with. Not too shabby. They're down to 99 versus the Allies 176. Definitely needs to like hit back hard at the surge. Now there's going to be GG here for the Germans very soon. And that Panzer IV is also needs some serious repairs. Sturmpanzer IV keeps up the pursuit here. But there you go, another field gun ready. Oh, got the entire film crew the white. That is excellent there for Duffman, even if you can't destroy it entirely. But, you know, at least the gun is decrewed for now. More skirmish on the west here. Troops being dispatched to flank around there. Not bad, not bad. PFC there. Definitely stalling for the IS-2. I mean, he's got the fuel, he's got the command points, he's got the tech, he just needs the manpower. Meanwhile, as for Ashablois, starting to get the sensation that Asher might be stalling now for the ISU 152. Sturmpanzer catching the maximum here, and there you go, good shot. Another pack 40 here for Duffman and for Deutschland. Got the infrared half that they're constantly searching out there. Also known as the Uhu or Owl. Just catching the field gun here. Lots of back and forth action. Sturmpanzer in pairs. You got that. T-7 is always pressuring the Germans. So far, one man's. There we go. Kishu's batches one of the gunners, but there we go. Castle walls in this case absorbing most of the rockets, saving here Duffman's beleaguered grenadiers. And then go IS-2 heavy tank out here for PFC and the Red Army. In the centre on the push for victory point there, we got 471 versus 89. Mighty Orbison out here for Redforce, adding him some more elite infantry. Panther 4 they're holding back. Duffman continues to fight here from the castle ruins, but continues to not make much more progress than that. They didn't do too much either. Panther 4 almost knocked out here, and the lack of artillery is making it for the Germans to deal with all these field guns, and so it makes these head-on attacks very, very painful and expensive. IS-2 running ahead here, straight through the centre there. Of course, nothing to really stop them here for Redforce. The Arcadeners moving in, but the terrain here, and particularly the position right between the don't makes a difference. Like, get some good lines of fire there on the IS-2, and there you go. PFC calling in the Red Army Air Force, plus Katyusha is here from Ashablois. Force the Arcaden maps out of the situation there, and a full squad gets wiped out for the IS-2. Punishing blows here to Redforce. And definitely does not improve the situation of the Germans here in the current state of affairs. Gonna use tank into the guardsman there. Packs trying to hit the T-70, every shot is missing, and the Ace T-70 once more escapes to ruin another German's day. And there you go, Sturmpanzer still got the field. Oh, ruins actually in this case might serve the Sturmpanzer well here, and man went off as well, but not enough damage on that one. Quickly backing off here, close to into on that Sturmpanzer, shattering walls, fortifications, and Marxists. ISU rolling hit once more, and Ashablois getting close to that ISU 152. Sturmpanzer rolling ahead, he's going for some extra kills. 15 kills. Redforce could now go for the Sturm Tiger, but in this case, does go for the Sturm Tiger. And double packs here. Targeting points not necessary. Target's a weak point. Target's a weak point. Missed opportunity, I think, to take out the IS-2 with that. Missed opportunity, in my opinion. Sturmpanzer that narrowly survived, so I guess it could have been worse in the west. Redforce once more trusting again. They're very good. In the center, Panther 4 doing up with the Soviets. The big push here by PFC. The Sturmpanzer been severely damaged. We're trying like a bunker busting barracks or something into this infantry advance there from PFC and blown up a lot of troops. Ashablois ever closer to that ISU 152. We got 471 to 62. Go for the centre as well, but there you go. Field guns and everything else is flying away here. Need to get the Sturmpanzer. Oh, they're going to get wiped. They're going to get wiped, I think, unless he gets very lucky. There we go. Sturmpanzer moving up here. Could maybe hit the IS-2 and kill some Almonds around it. But I don't think Redforce is aware of this. So we got 470 to 62. The Germans have stabilised once more, but they need to do a lot more. And Redforce needs more infantry. Need to be careful about trying to fire through the shed there. I'm not entirely sure you can do that. Yup. Couldn't fire through the shed. That's a bit awkward there for Redforce. That was just a wasted rocket. That's basically just 40 seconds of downtime again, without really having done anything with it except blow up a shed. Mein Führer, ja. What news from the front? We've blown up a shed. A shed? Yeah, I'm sure it's filled with communists. Oh, good then. I hate shits filled with communists. Guards, unfortunately, the guards. And Orbison clutching out here by the western point. The western victory point claimed again. Taking to the guardsman there with some vigorous, murderous fire here. Pushing back the guardsman. Got that Sturm Panzer going there. Go bunker busting barrage. Technically not busting any bunkers, but sheds and Soviets. Combining the two. Pack 40 getting a good hit in the eyes too there. But obviously shed busting barrage things aren't nearly as impressive, does it? Aircraft shot down, and there you go at the 25-minute mark. Ashablois calling the RSU 152. Sturmtiger, oh, could catch both fields, to shatter the cruise. There we go. Even sets off a few nearby mines. And another shed. Mein Führer, great success. We have destroyed a total of 3 communist sheds. Mein Gott, we're winning the war, aren't we? Yeah, we're totally winning it. Trying to show that I can at least got one of them out of the way. West Panther they cleared out the western victory point, but the situation in the centre is one a bit desperate there for Redforce. In the east we got the Sturmpanzer moving forwards. Nothing further in terms of armour here though for Duffman. Again, we're sort of starting the situation like, you know, he's got the Sturmpanzer, but he's still lacking, you know, more assault elements. That's why the Sturmpanzer is great for supporting attack. It's going to struggle a bit, you know, long-term actually conducting an attack. Had one on the flank here. 25 kills, 22 then the Sturmpanzer, another bunker busting barrage, going for that field gun crew. We got 455 to 41. The German side of the situation is definitely looking ever more tense. Sturmtiger there, good to go. We got 12 kills to take down to kill something again besides, you know, blowing up sheds. Oh, that was a waste of rocket there. Like, just hoping to get lucky there is never what you want to be doing with stuff like that. I should get good on the Panther 4. Rolling forward to the 252mm gun, also known as the Svero Boy or Beast Killer. And watch your folks being assailed by snipers backing up engineer platoon there. Ice too active with the damage engine, but can he keep sharp with it? Can he keep up with it and finish it off? Sturmtiger loaded. A lot of action here across the front line on the west here, pushed off the western victory point. We got 452 versus 32. Mines being laid down here, very good by Ashablois. Thumbs up. More Sturmpionier and Orbis on here for Redforce. As for Duffman, we got a Panther, a Panzerkampfwagen 5. And PFC with a T-3476. Sturmtiger rolling head here. Going here for the issue with it. T-70 stunned again. Man, that Sturmtiger is really having a rubbish luck of it. Like, that's going to be one of the unluckiest Sturmtigers I've seen in some time. Double air support from Ashablois and from PFC plus rocket strikes. The German centre there is being hammered by the Red Army right now. And there you go, Lieutenant crew, they're caught too close to each other again by both the rockets and the Air Force. One Lieutenant crew, they're gone, could see that one just cleared out, and plus Lieutenant, they go destroyed, a punishing blow to the Germans. Panther has arrived here to the front line now, third Duffman, aircraft crashing down, almost taking out multiple punies or pack crews, either could have been hit there. Ice still under fire here, but none of it really seems to land any hits. Up north, armor car coming up bit there. We got 452 versus 25. ISU rolling through the center, Sturmtiger there. Almost ready to reloading and ready to push off another rocket, and let's see if we can actually hit something this time around. Pushing forward for the ISU 150. We've got the IS-2 moving up as well here. Panther moving forwards. Anti-tankness there. No target weak points there for Duffman. Needs to remember to use it. The field gun crew shattered, blown apart. Still no target weak point. Could have taken out the IS-2 again there, I think, with the target weak point. Once more, missed something to the unfortunate for Duffman. Though, of course, there's a lot going on, as you can't fault him too much for, you know, missing that, but would have been great if he had. ISU falling back here. We got 17 versus 452. Orbis on racing through the center here. Sturm Punch with 34 kills, close to veterinary free. Orbis on getting hammered. Anti-tank grenade off the damaging the Sturm Panzer packs on the T-34 from 6. In the center, Panther folding up, got the Sturm Tiger reloading, again heavily damaged, no time to repair it apparently. Finn getting hammered with the Sturm Panzer with another bunker busting barrage. 35 kills, and there we go, wipes the crew again. 39. Going for that center victory point, we got 7 versus 452. Everything's hanging balance here for the Germans. Going for that Sturm Tiger kill, there we go, 22 kills, closing and veteran 3, excellent hit for the Sturm Tiger. But the Germans have really just bit short over for firepower, really punched through the Soviet lines and really pushed them back here. Almost got the point here though, we got 4 versus 452. Pack we're getting hammered at Sturm Panzer moving ahead here, 39 kills. 43 kills. Absolutely amazing handle the Sturm Panzer here by Duffman. I mean, that is some impressive work here. Almost ace level on it. Almost gasping moving forwards here. Panther 4, Fultger's orbs on the move here again. It's all coming down to the victory point of the lose it or the eastern one. That is GG8 here. So they have to push it everything, no matter the cost. Target the weak point, Duffman. It's a weak point. Sturm Panzer getting the ace level. Still no target weak point. Eyes 2, Veteran 2 there, 15 kills. And there you go, sent home. The Germans have nothing to defend it with here. And this is very likely GG. Game over. Asian firing for PFC. Sturm Tiger firing, and this time doesn't get caught on a belt. Oh, holy smokes, that's a full 2 wipes. Brutal. 32 kills, 46, but majors not matter because they're still losing victory points. They've got to rush anything for the Western victory point. And there you go, GG, game over. A loss here for Deutschland, a victory for the Red Army, a brutal fight here. Certainly a tough one for the Germans. Eindhoven Country is definitely not a map I'm a fan of. It can be easy to just bottle up the southern play, for that matter, the Germans in general on this map. It can be tough. That said, I feel like also the Germans didn't do themselves any favour. Like, sure, the Sturm Panzer did great, but even then, the problem was like just them having just that on the field for so long, not enough armour to really pressure the enemy with, and not enough to manoeuvre with, which I think just made it easy for the soldiers to bottle them up. So I feel like there should have been some slight change in the strategy, then definitely some more attempts to like outmaneuver, like just through, you know, either half-track infantry maybe from Duffman, or like, you know, some more deep flanks there. Plus some light artillery I think would have done the Germans a lot of good early on, like mortars, light infantry gun, would allow them I think to have a better chance of like breaking out for some of these like bottleneck situations that can arise on this map. But still, good play by them and good play by the soldiers. Obviously the soldiers did some good things there, but you know, tough stuff either way. Hope you enjoyed this match, so I hope you learned something from it. If you did, subscribe, like, share, comment on it, tell friends, tell family, but don't tell enemies. This is Imperial LinkedIn. Cheers, thank you for watching, till tomorrow again for a nice episode. Bye.